Now, I believe the very first thing you should do in this game is learn how to Hadouken.
But let's start simple. Just press the A or X button on your controller. You'll bring out a key blast. Most characters have them. They're all a little bit different. But to do the Kamehameha, you roll a quarter circle forward and then press the A button with a certain timing. Now do this a million times over because you'll be using it for pretty much everything in this game. Your normal moves are just pressing a face button without doing any special action, okay? You got the light attack, a jumping light, here's your medium, and of course a jumping medium. You're seeing a pattern. There's your heavy, and a jumping heavy, which launches the character back to the ground. Now let's take a look at some of Vegeta's specials with the quarter circle back and all these face buttons. First up, we have the quarter circle back and the light button. As you can see, the medium version adds a little extra to the end. And finally, the heavy EX version, which costs 1 bar of a maximum of 7 bars, is longer and more damaging and usually comes out faster. And how do we block all these things? You hold back. You can block nearly anything in this game if you know the rule set. As you can see here, you can see Cooler blocking a super, a level 1 super, and a level 3 as well. So what do I mean by rock, paper, scissors? If they go rock, you go paper. If Cooler stands blocking, you go low every time. This is Goku's low medium, as some characters have weird perks, like not having a low light attack. Just to show that some do, here is Piccolo with his low light attack. Light attacks usually come out a little faster than mediums. Not always the case, but if they are blocking low, you go over their head. Overhead means anything in the air, or you can use the universal overhead with the forward and the medium button. This is true for all characters. This opens up any low blocking character. Next, let's talk about Super Dash, which is not an overhead, but does happen to be in the air. This is a noob and pro player's best friend, and can be spammed and annoying at lower levels of play. But you can learn how to easily defeat this with the anti-air or the down heavy. Timing it right and holding down heavy on the controller will beat any air attack every time. As you can see here, the Super Dash is easily defeated, and you can Super Dash yourself to extend the combo. But what if your opponent's defense is as perfect as pro player Goichi's in this next clip?
Oh, he held up in time? Are you serious? You reacted to that?
Oh my God, Goichi playing out of his mind right now.
Stay solid.
This man is in another plane of existence. Galaxy brain, interdimensional.
Well, you have a few options. Let's talk about Dragon Rush. This is this game's version of a throw. It is not blockable and you will be thrown up into the air. It, however, can be teched, which means you can press a face button or just press the Dragon Rush button because I feel that it's better. And as you can see, the characters will break. Back to the pro player's clip, you can see a Dragon Rush being teched beautifully by Goichi in a string of impressive defense. If you didn't notice, this is a team game, and each position, point, mid, and anchor, corresponds with the first, second, and third characters. You can press the assist buttons. Left bumper will bring out your first assist, and the left trigger will bring out your anchor characters. A little tricky at first, but you will get the hang of it quickly. You can also tag out characters like some WWE type shit. And you tap forward and the corresponding assist button to bring out who you want. Usually you want to tag out of a combo or some way that is safe for you to get a character out. Also, you want to cover slower moves like the overhead with an assist, as well as things like the instant air dash, which we will cover later in this video. Next up we have Vanish, the most Dragon Ball shit ever. For 1 bar, you will teleport behind your opponent just by pressing the medium and heavy button. A useful tool to cross up your opponent. Next, command grabs. Can't be blocked and you just have to get out of the way. Certain characters have them and you have to know who you're playing against. Going back to the pro players clip, you can see Goichi beautifully dodging this attack, hopping out of the way of Android 21's command grab. Next, let's talk about supers. This is very difficult stuff here, guys. So with the quarter circles, a level 1 super will take 1 bar, and a level 3 super will take 3 bars of meter. Some characters have different versions of their supers, whether pressing the right bumper or right trigger. And something else you have to know about is what's called a delayed hyper combo, which you can use to stack supers on top of each other. You can use 3 level 1s or even 2 level 1s and a level 3 at the end for 5 bars of meter in total. This can also be useful to get a damaged character out of the game and put yourself in an advantageous position. Let's talk about sparking and blue health. Sparking is this game's version of Super Saiyan, but every character can't go Super Saiyan. You will be stronger, some moves will be faster, and you will recover blue health as you can see in the video. A level 1 super is with all 3 characters, a level 2 with 2, and a level 3 super is when you have 1 character left. The difference is the duration of how long sparking lasts. You won't always want to use sparking with 1 character though, as each match is different. On to some more advanced topics. Let's talk about Reflect, or kind of a parry system. Holding the back and A button and timing it right, you can parry moves off of you, and again put yourself in a prime position to beat the shit out of your opponent. Now, everyone's least favorite thing to learn about this game is notation. It's not that hard, guys. Here it is. Looking at the number pad, it's just a way of writing and reading moves in a way that's universal for everyone. This game is very much air based. You have 2 movements in the air, whether that's a double jump, a super jump, or what people call an instant air dash. So let's go through the notation of this. You'll be pressing up and forward on the D-pad, which is just 9, as you can see, followed by a quick directional left or right. And as you can see, you will dash around quickly like an actual Dragon Ball character. This is a huge part of this game, and I would practice this a million times over as well. Just get in the lab and start doing it. There are also weird movements, like dashing backwards after a forward jump. I see pros use it a lot. You can jump backwards into a forwards dash. You just got to get used to the movement. Next up, we have a jump cancel, which is canceling a move's animation into jumping. So here's Goku jump canceling after popping the character up into the air to continue the combo. This isn't that hard. You just got to practice your timing. You will master this quickly. But this is an essential part of the game as well. Next Next up we have sliding knockdown. As evident here in Yamcha's combo, this will put the character on the ground in a state of vulnerability for you to apply supers upon him, as Yamcha uses his level 3 here. And finally, your bread and butter are easy, relatively easy to accomplish combos that are high damaging and that you can successfully pull off in mostly every situation, whether off vanish, off a down heavy, or just off an opener. So let's go through one here, off a down medium opener. You'll press a down medium, a standing medium, a jump cancel into a medium light, and a down heavy popping Yamcha into the air with the smash. You'll super dash after him with the right trigger, followed by another medium, light, and yet again another 2H, a jump cancel light, key blast into a quarter circle forward and the light button. And finally, you'll end the combo with the quarter circle forward and a right trigger version of Goku's level 1 super, which places him behind Yamcha. If you can perform this combo, you can play this game, guys. And it's just going to take time to get into the lab and practice, and then move on to playing opponents online and beating opponents online. And then maybe you'll win a local tournament, and you'll move on to flying around the country to play tournaments. And then you'll win Evo and become a furry, or maybe a Japanese schoolgirl.